Hello, my name is Tyler Tipton, General Manager here at Springdale Tractor of Tulsa. I'm here to go over a couple different machines we've got here. I've got the third, fourth, and fifth biggest machine that we've got. Okay, so this is the LX series. Comes in a 26 horse and a 33 horse. I've got the 3310 here, which is the 33 horse. And what we sell this a lot to is somebody needing to do landscaping work, move mulch around, things of that nature, and not tear up their yard because it's not too heavy of a tractor, but still capable of tractor. To be able to do a little bit of loader work, and if you need to brush hog or put a finish mower on it, you're able to do that. Now with this particular machine, you are able to put a mower deck on this machine. It's got that mid PTO that allows you to do that. This loader is still very capable though. Okay, so this loader here, it will actually lift 800 pounds at the bucket as opposed to the pivot pin. You'll see a lot of manufacturers measure their lift capacity at the pivot pin because it's going to give you a higher number, but you're not going to lift anything with that. You're going to lift things with your bucket, so I always try to let customers know what that lift capacity is, and that's 800 pounds on this machine. And the breakout force at the bucket is about 1,700 pounds on this machine. Now, this lift height on this loader, it will lift about 7 feet up in the air, so you're able to get up there in the air a little bit if you need to, and that's what the capabilities are of this machine. Now, it does have skid steer couplers on this machine, and you'll notice that across the board on our machines, where you're able to use different implements. That's universal aftermarket or anything like that. If you don't want to have a Kubota, or if you already got an implement, you'd be able to do that, take it on and off really easy, as to where some manufacturers have couplers on there, quick couplers, but it's proprietary toward their manufacturer. Now, if you come over here, this is a deluxe model, so it's going to have a little bit of extra features. So you got a low, medium, high range loader, mower, highway, right? That's still kind of the way to look at it. It's got the rubber floors, no real hump in the middle there. It's got armrests and a more deluxe plush seat. With the armrest, you're able to operate the loader valve with your arm still on the armrest. So if you're working on and off the machine all day, or if you got that loader using it all day, you're not sitting there having to hold your arm out to be able to do that. Now, with it being the deluxe, you come back here. On the 3-point, it does have deluxe 3-point linkages. It's got the sway bars where they're adjustable by pin as opposed to turnbuckles, just to get a little bit faster operations whenever you're switching out implements. Now, if you come over here and jump over to the L2501, this is the economy, the standard L series. Comes in 25, 33 and 39 horse on this frame, and then the next level up is the 47, which is a little bit bigger frame. Now, I've got the 25 horse here today. Very capable machine. All the loaders are the same on these. It depends on which application you're using it for, whether if you need the 33 or the 39 horse. Now, if you come over here to the back and look at the difference of the rear ends, you can see this one's got a lot more heft. It's out of casting, as the on the LX there. If you look at the back there, it's not as heavy duty, right? It's a little bit lighter, so when you're out on your yard or anything like that doing that landscaping work, you're not going to tear up your yard nearly as bad, and it's going to be light enough to where it doesn't rut up that yard, right? So on this machine, it's a little bit more heft to give you more capability and handle those loads a little bit better. Now, you come over here, very simple machine to use, right? You got your range selector. It's still got 3 ranges. Obviously, it doesn't have the armrest like that one. That's just a way to cut the cost. And if the price difference between the LX Deluxe and this is not that big of a difference, and that's the reason we sell quite a bit of these, because it's just a little bit more capable machine if you don't need those little bit extra features. Now, this machine here, it will lift about 800 pounds all the way to the top in the bucket, and the breakout force is about 1,800 pounds at the bucket, right? Now, a couple things you're going to notice is the loaders are able to come off. Some other manufacturers out there are pin on. They do not come off. So if you're brush hogging in a tight area and you want to take that loader off, you're going to be able to do that with this machine. We've got one of these out of our hunt land, putting food plots, disking up a little food plots there, a little bit of loader work, moving dirt, putting up deer stands, stuff like that. This is a very capable machine of doing that. The lift height on this one is about 8 foot, so a bit of a foot taller than this one on the L2501 as opposed to the LX. Now, we hop over here to the L4701. This one's going to be where you start getting into the small farms, the small hobby farms. That's going to allow you to have that extra PTO horsepower, so you can have those 7-foot, 8-foot implements, or that little bit bigger rotor tiller. If you got a big garden that you need to till up, this is going to be a machine that's a lot more capable, just because of the physical size and that extra PTO horsepower that you're going to gain from this. Now, this loader does come with a bigger loader, lifts about 9 feet tall, about 1,200 pounds, or a little over 1,200 pounds, all the way to the top. And again, at the bucket, not the pin, right? At the pin, this lifts a little bit more than that, but I always like to give that measurement because that's a true lift capacity, right? And the breakout force on this is about 2,400 pounds. Now, on all the loaders, what you're going to notice is this one comes off as well, but the hydraulic lines, the way they're set up is where they're behind this bar here, as opposed you'll see some other ones put it on top, and we actually have a guard there, and then all the hydraulic lines and the quick couplers are on the inside of the boom as opposed to the outside, just to give that little bit of extra protection. Now, one of the things that you're going to notice whenever you're looking at a Kubota compared to other manufacturers is how heavy duty they make the axle, right? So you look at this axle here, very heavy duty, and it's a bevel gear system that's going to allow you to give you a better turning radius and also better clearance. Those steering linkages are above the axle to give that protection. I mean, you look at the L2501 here, this is just a 25 horse tractor with a 5-inch axle on the front. So, you know, anything this loader lifts up, the axle is going to be able to hold up. You know, some of the manufacturers out there, what they'll do is they'll have a high lift capacity, but the machine is not actually built strong enough to handle that on the front axle, to be able to handle that weight or whatever you're lifting or moving, things of that nature, right? So with the Kubota loader, the advantage that you're going to have with this is the control valve, right? It's going to allow you to lift and curl and dump all at the same time very smoothly, as to where some other manufacturers, it's hard to find that sweet spot, or you know, you can only do one function at a time. As the Kubota loader, you're going to get an overall great loader, right? It's not going to have one spec that it's going after just for a marketing standpoint. So I'm going to hop on this machine, kind of show you what I'm talking about real quick, and you just take a look here, okay? Okay, so whenever I lift this thing up, I'm going to go ahead and turn up the throttle a little bit, and you might not be able to hear me. So what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to lift, dump, go down and curl, or keep your bucket level at the same time. So if you got something that you need to keep level, not dump out of the bucket, you're going to be able to do that. Okay. Keep that bucket level if you need to, all the way to the top there, right? So it makes it very easy to operate this machine, okay? So as you can see, on this machine, very easy to use. It also has a float mode, so if you're needing to float the bucket and let it contour with the ground, you're able to do that. So if you have any more questions, feel free to reach out at Springdale Tractor of Tulsa, or visit us online at springdaletractor.com, and thank you for your time.